Good morning, everyone. Respected brethren, distinguished guests and gentlemen. On behalf of Lodge Wisdom number 477 and Lodge Satsang number 396, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all. Today, we celebrate the timeless values of brotherhood, friendship, harmony, and mutual respect. We are especially honored to welcome our distinguished guest speaker, Dr.A V Anoop, Managing Director of AVA Group of Companies. Now I welcome the worshipful master of Lodge Wisdom number 477 to take this seat in the stage. I welcome our beloved ARGM worshipful brother Alvar Sritipati to take the stage, please. Now I welcome our chief guest, Dr.A V Anoop, to take the seat. I welcome worshipful brother Vasudevan Raghavan to take the seat, please. I welcome worshipful brother Vignesh Rajendran, Secretary of Lodge Satsang number 396 to take the seat, please. To invoke the blessings of the Almighty, I invite Brother Siddharth Suryamurthy to lead us in the opening prayer.
Good morning, one and all. Most holy and the great architect of heaven and earth, source and fount of all knowledge, who is the giver of all good gifts and graces, and has promised that when 2 or 3 are gathered together in thy name, thou will be in the midst of them. In thy name, today we assemble to celebrate universal brotherhood and meet together, most humbly beseeching thee to bless us in all our undertakings, to give us thy Holy Spirit, to enlighten our minds with wisdom and understanding, that we may know and serve thee aright, that all our doings may tend to honor and glorify thy most holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Siddharth. Now I invite worshipful brother Raman Rajesh, worshipful master of Lodge Wisdom number 477, to deliver the welcome address.
Good morning. Good morning to all. First of all, thank you for joining here. Myself, Rajesh, I'm the, we call in the Freemasonry as a master for the leader who is leading this year for the Lodge. So I'm heading the Lodge Wisdom number 477 as the virtual master of this year. So first of all, let me thank our great architect of the universe, the Most High, the supreme power of the universe, for blessing for such an august assembly today, along with great personalities like you. The Freemasonry is more than a 300-plus-year-old fraternity spread across the world, and it's world's oldest secular organization. It unites men of good character under a shared belief in a higher power and focuses on moral discipline, self-improvement, and charitable work etc. In India, also it is there since then. If you trace back, it go to 17th century, and in 1960s, the current constitution of Grand Lodge of India are formed. We, the Lord Wisdom and Lodge Satsang, comes under this particular constitution. Freemasonry is not defined by a single ideology. It is open to people from all religions and political persuasions and provides the common foundation for friendships between members, many of which will last for life. Philanthropy is a cornerstone of the organization. This initiative of Universal Brotherhood Day celebration is our endeavor to reach out to the society to spread the fragrance of brotherhood in this digital era through the Freemasonry. So we conduct various programs, part of this philanthropy, like educational assistance, health, medical assistance, conducting the health camps, educational camps, like AI-driven programs, blood donation camps, all these kind of various projects, apart from our regular activities of our Freemasonry meetings and other programs, what we do it. So that's one of our key pillar and what we do it here. While all these are our focused area, the main objectives, how we can support good human being to become a better human being. So brotherly love, relief, truth are our grand principles which guide us always. This is a 100% voluntary organization. We treat everyone at level and we call each other's brother in the true meaning. So in this instant and fast forwarding world, while everything available on a fingertip, with advanced digital world, and we are seeing a lot of progress and comfort in our day-to-day life, but are we losing the human touch? Are we getting socially connected, or whether we are getting separated? We in Freemasonry emphasize the need of brotherhood, shows the path for how we can be a better human being. Chennai has more than 5,000 Masons, and we, the Lodge Wisdom and Satsang, focused on southern part of Chennai. The regional lodge, southern regional lodge is situated in the Egmore. We have a big, very old building, historical building, and a big property, facility available in the Itiraj Shalai. You must have seen a Freemasons Hall there opposite to the Presidency Club. So these lodges, we focus from this region. This is our initiative to ensure that we are spreading, making the people in and around this area to get these advantages of Freemasonry. So in this fast moving world, how we can help the society with brotherhood and benevolence is our key mantra. So in human history, doing anything required a physical, mental, or a social friction. When we say that, if you wanted to eat, you had to cook or hunt. If you want to know something, you had to find a book or a guru or ask an expert. So if you are bored, you had to sit with your thoughts or seek out a friend for the support. But today, technology has effectively engineered friction out of our physical lives. On the surface, this looks like pure progress. But it has also fundamentally rewired our psychology and culture in a few quiet, destructive ways. Is it? So generally, this friction builds a tolerance of discomfort. Probably one good strength of we Indians have it, because we face a lot of challenges on a day-to-day life on various aspects compared to any other progressed countries. So today, when everything from food delivery to other services is instantaneous, our collective threshold for frustration plummets. So we become less patient, less able to handle minor inconveniences, even to stand in a queue or a traffic waiting for our turn, and far less equipped to stick with long-term difficult goals that cannot be solved with a click. Like mastering a skills, doing a yoga or meditation, reading a novel, saving money, means saving money in the sense for on a long-term perspectives, and repairing a relationship, etc. So in this digital era with the gadgets, I think we no longer experience a true boredom. But science says boredom is another psychological state that triggers deep reflection. Brother, this I got it from a book which I recently read, and creativity and self-awareness and brings resilience to human being. By filling every 30 seconds of void, waiting in line or riding in an elevator or other occasions, when by filling every 30 seconds void with a screen, we have outsourced our internal dialogue to the algorithms. And most of this new area of AI, we are getting answers for everything in the system. So while it frees up our mental bandwidth, it also means, are we structurally weakening our working memory, spatial awareness, and the critical thinking skills? We are not just using the tools. Our brains are adapting to need the tools to function normally. So today, let us reflect on Brotherhood. We have an eminent personality to guide us how to navigate such situations and make life more productive and meaningful. And we will hear such possibilities through this conversation with our chief guest, Dr.A V Anoop. So, dear friends, with this, I would like to get into my formal role of welcoming all of you to this program. So let me wholeheartedly welcome all of you, and especially our chief guest, Dr.A V Anoop, an eminent and versatile personality. He is a business leader, philanthropist, author, and a theater drama artist, and also a film actor, and a musician with his passion for flute. We welcome you wholeheartedly for this program. Thank you, sir, joining for us. Let me welcome our right worshipful brother, Alvar Sedupati, Assistant Regional Grand Master of Regional Grand Lodge of Southern India, a lawyer by profession, and our guiding pillar to this program and our journey. Welcome, sir. Thank you for joining with us in your busy schedule. Let me also welcome worshipful brother Raghavan Vasudevan, a chartered accountant by profession, senior brother in Freemasonry, and our founding secretary. And also, worshipful brother Vignesh Rajendran, the secretary of Lodge Satsang to this Universal Brotherhood Day program. And most importantly, let me welcome each and every one of you to this Universal Brotherhood Day program. With this, let me now introduce our chief guest, Dr.A V Anoop. Usually we will found the profiles and we will collate the get the informations and put the bullet points to introduce a person. But here actually I have to eliminate a lot of things to ensure that it is being done it in a very well way, because it's a quite well successful person. When we say successful, each one of us measures success in a different way. Probably one person who has done successful in every area of life, probably from the family, from the business side, from the social side, for the social causes, and etc. So with this, Anoop sir, he's born in Kerala, and I think all his professional life was in Chennai based. Sir is heading a big group of AVA Group, which is their parent company is Medimix. I think most of us would have already used their products, and here are there. And a very Ayurvedic based soap for many years. It is successful in the market, not only in India or not only in South India, across India and also across the world. I think Star is Medimix is exporting this product to more than 40-50 countries, and there are specific requirements for these product lines. So under his leadership, his parents' side started it, but under his leadership, it has really grown into a big brand name. And also, there are other brand names like Melam and other product lines are also coming under Sir's leadership. And he's also very passionate about Ayurveda. And he's running a Sanjeevanam Ayurveda hospital focused on the wellness. And also promoted Ayurveda, and he's also part of many committees for promoting Ayurveda across the country as well as on the world. And he has also made a short film about the Ayurveda and its wellness. And other band like Kaitra and other things. This is his business side. And apart from that, there is AVA Productions. He's heading AVA Production. They produce feature films. Recent one was in Malayalam, Sushma Darshini. We know that how hit it was. And he's not only producing it, he's also acting in many of this film. So he recently, he's acted with, I think last movie of superstar Rajinikanth, Vettayan, he was there. And also Tamil movie Sirai, and many other movies. And their production house also won the national award for producing one of the best film, Parshi Raja in Malayalam. Not Parshi Raja. Sure does that. Apu Naidu. Oh, sorry. Apu Naidu was the one which won the national award side. Sir, also chairman of India and Eurasian Trade Council. And on educational side, he is he's member in many of the institutions, Board of Studies for Anthropology, Patron Trustee of Vidya International Charitable Trust, Vice President of Ashan Memorial Association, and Director and former President of Gurudeva Charitable Trust, and Honorary Director of Jubilee Mission Medical College, and member and the Board of Studies for BBA program under the School Management of Guru Nanak College in Autonomous. And on social side, sir is a global chairman of World Malayali Council. He's also part of the government initiative of Kerala Lok Sabha, which represent the Pravasis for representing the state outside as well as the inside the state. And he's also managing trustee of the AVA Charitable Trust and national coordinator for the Ayurvedic Medicine Manufacturers Organization. And he is into the governing body and advisory committee member of Sri Narayana Dharma Sangham Trust. And he's having some Guinness records as well, like Guinness World Record and Asia Book of Record for the fastest movie ever produced within the least time, named Vishwaguru. And Asia Book of Record for the first short film with all actors from a single family, and Nirmiri Piligal. It continues, I'm just skipping it. And the National Awards, Film Award 2008 received from the Honorable President of for the best film on family values non-feature section for the short movie Appu Nayagan, Spotty. He also have international awards, VIFF Award in 2019 and Critics' Choice Award for the Yanam, his documentary movie, and Excellence in Filmmaking for Yanam, and Outstanding Achievement Award for The Green Man at Jaisalmer International Film Festival, and Outstanding Achievement Award for The Green Man at Calcutta International Cult Film Festival. And Business Awards of Honorary Industrial Doctorate Award by Aries, and Entrepreneur of the Year 2015 received from the Jamni Jeshna Pareda, and Emerging Kerala NRK Entrepreneur of the Year Award, and Management Excellence Award by Trichur Management Association, and Special Award of Excellence by Perignar Anna Senior Naturopathic Councils. And on social services, he is Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu's Award for Excellence in Social Service in Chennai in 2023. And for the sake of honor, APJ Abdul Kalam Award 2020 awarded by APJ Abdul Kalam Patanakendram, and Karma Shrestha Puraskar, Seva Ratna Puraskar, and he acted more than 15 plus movies and 50 plus dramas. So he's a very active theater drama artist. And also he authored a book, U-Turn. It talks very well about a business, human being, and how person need to move with the society. So, sir is with wife, Ms. Priya Madam, and children and grandchildren blessed with them. It'll keep going, so I don't want to take time of sirs who we are eagerly waiting for. And so he's very closely, and this point I just want to very interestingly take. He's very closely engaged with the Sri Narayana Dharma Sangham, Varkala, founded by the Shishyas and devotees of Sri Narayana Guru Swamigal, a great spiritual guru from Kerala, like after maybe Jagat Guru Sri Sangracharya Swamigal. Sri Narayana Guru Swamigal has spread the concept of one caste, one religion, one God, and one world to the entire world. And his meeting with Guru Ramana Maharshi in Tirunamale was a great moment in the spirituality. And with that, Dr. Anoop sir is a member of governing body of Sri Narayana Dharma Sangham, and he visited various places like Russia, Australia, and Vatican, and I think he had a meeting with Marpapa, also the previous one, to spread this concept of one world and one world and brotherhood. So more than all this, he's a good human being, a great supporter, philanthropist, and a reachable personality for any kind of support. So with this, let me welcome Dr. A V Anoop to the Chief Guest address. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Hello. Thank you, Sri Rajesh, my friend and brother, for that elaborate introduction. And also for inviting me to be part of this Universal Brotherhood Day celebration. Also for giving me this opportunity to understand what Freemasons is. I heard a lot about it, but this is the first time I'm attending a program organized by Freemasons. And I'm also meeting only gents. Normally we say, dear ladies and gentlemen. So here I can only call gentlemen. So I think first time, this is my first opportunity, except maybe in some boys' colleges when I addressed. But there also I find teachers, lady teachers. So in all means, it's a real brotherhood which is happening here. And as Rajesh mentioned here, I'm an ardent follower of Sri Narayana Guru. He taught us about one caste, one religion, one God for humanity. And that is what I find in Freemasons. Freemasons is a good example for that. One world, one family, one brotherhood. And universally, you consider all human beings as brothers. And you are all believers. That's what Rajesh told, that only believers can become a member of Freemasons. And Sri Narayana Guru also propagated that. As you all know, he lived more than 100 years back. About 150 years back, Sri Vivekananda called Kerala as the asylum of insanes because of caste and creed difference and all other beliefs that took place, especially caste-based. The children of lower caste were not allowed for education. Ladies were not allowed to wear dress above the waist. Things like that. So he was not only a saint, he was a revolutionary leader, you would say. So I follow him mainly considering the fact that, he promoted his universal brotherhood. As you all know, what difference it makes whether a black in Africa or a white in America? Yes, in color they are different. Maybe their body built size, they are different. But all of them are having red colored blood. Now, an African can donate his blood to an American, or any of our organs can be donated. So that way only, he propagated that, we are all same. That's the example he mentioned. So keeping that in mind, I am very happy to stand before you to celebrate your Universal Brotherhood Day. And I am asked to talk about forging meaningful bonds in the digital era. Here, the only problem is that I am not a technical person. I am not an expert in digital. I am talking to you often, whereas Rajesh presented with his laptop. So that is a difference. I find a lot of youngsters here, a lot of professionals here, business people. So you are all better knowledgeable in the subject. All I can do here is, I'll connect it with what I experienced, or when I joined business, or when I was a college student, what was my dream? It was not there even in my wildest dream about what I do today. Never thought of a computer or a WhatsApp messages or emails or AI. It was not there in my dream. Maybe my dream was at that point of time. I'm talking about I passed out in 82. So at the time of passing out, my dream was to own an Ambassador air-conditioned car. Even that was impossible. And we didn't have mobile phones, only land phones. So that was so much, it was limited to that extent. After coming to Chennai, I faced a lot of challenges, a lot of experiences. So that way, now when I compare and I try to balance what I am today and what I was about 25 or 30 years back, even in managing business, there is a lot of difference. Everyone say that, I'm a multitask person. He was mentioning about that. How I am able to do multitasking? It's very simple, technology. Though I am not a technical person, I know how to utilize it as a tool to take decisions or to manage business. It really helped. Long back, when I travel and come back, I used to have piles of files on my table. Now I have a paperless table. Even when I travel, I complete all my work, all decision makings. So when I go back, even while coming from house here, it took more than an hour from Anandnagar to reach here. I was working. So it will not, even attending this program, I am not losing my business work, but of course, being a Sunday, I miss my family. I have to go back and join them because more or less I travel every week, and Sundays, invariably there will be some programs. So that way, it's true. But I enjoy this, meeting people, connecting with people, and it is helping me to take good decisions. So now everybody talk about AI era. So when it is digital, AI is more important. I need to mention about AI also. I don't know what is going to happen after 5 years. Every minute, every second, some changes are happening in the technology field. We need to prepare ourselves to manage it. When computer was introduced, I have attended many courses, how to operate a computer, how to understand the software. Nowadays, that is also not required. Any changes, that itself will teach you. It's easy to learn, easy to manage. But managing business using AI as a tool, there only the problem. So I believe that you have to use AI or technology as a tool to manage your business. But taking decision, the suggestions given by AI is definitely useful. But before taking a decision, you have to use your brain. You have to use your common sense. And entrepreneurs, they will have a special gene to decide on that. I say gut feeling. Sometimes, whatever be the presentations, professionals will give a lot of presentations, AI will give presentation. Finally, an entrepreneur will say, no, I don't want any of this. Do it this way. That clicks also. How is it happening? I don't know. That's a specialty of entrepreneurs. And they are all successful. Many successful entrepreneurs' background, if you look at it, they are not qualified, they are not technically knowledgeable, but they have this ability to take decision based on a gut feeling. So that is continue to require, to continue the business in taking it to the next level. So what I say is that we have to embrace the new innovation, new technology, without losing the values of humanity. Am I right? When a child is born in our family, what we need to teach him or her first? Technology or humanity? Values of humanity. He or she has to be a good human being before introducing to technology. That's what I believe. Then only the world works. Even today, I get a lot of benefits using the technology. As I mentioned earlier, see, I do multitasking. I act in movies, as he mentioned. I don't know whether anyone of you remember me. Have you seen Sirai movie? You are able to recollect me? Okay. So when I go for shootings, sometimes 12 hours, 14 hours in the location I need to spend. And in Malayalam movies, I do even hero character, main characters I do. So 30 days, 25 days, 30 days and all, I'm away. Every day, 12 to 14 hours shooting in the location I need to spend. But what you have to keep in mind is that, maximum 1 hour or 1.5 hours only you are in front of the camera. The director need time to shift the location, change the lightings, and take the close-up shots of other artists. So you are free. But we are wasting our time. Most of the artists, they waste their time. During this time, and you have a caravan facility now. Sitting in the caravan, you can read books. You can take decisions. You can send all your approvals to your team. You can conduct Zoom meetings. And physical meetings also, you can invite your clients instead of to your head office, invite them to the location. They also enjoy, seeing the movie shooting. And at the same time, you can take decisions. I have taken many business decisions during the shoot. It is possible. And you imagine a shopkeeper, whether he's a jeweler or a hardware shop or a textile owner, a person who is managing his business himself, I'm saying. He has to go to his shop every day morning, maybe 8:30 or 9 o'clock. He'll be there in the shop till 9 o'clock in the evening. But how many hours he has customers? If you really look into it, most of the working days you find 3 to 4 hours only maximum he gets customers where he has to deal things because he has assistants to manage even small other things. What is he doing rest of the time? If he read a book, you can imagine how much wisdom he can gain over a period. If he learn some new technique or to make some product as an additional business, he can do something, which none of us are doing. There are number of options. That is what I do, because I'm not saying that I'm a perfect person in that. He mentioned about that, and I play flute. You know how it happened. During Corona time, frankly speaking, I didn't go out anywhere. 1.5 years, I didn't go out, my family and me. And that was the best period in my life with grandchildren, mother, 4 generations together. 24 hours, 1.5 years. Imagine, you will never get back such an opportunity. And that was a wonderful, unforgettable moments in my life. We all tried everything, cooking or washing or everything we shared in the family and we did. At the same time, that was the best period for my business also. I heard about Zoom meeting first time at that time only. I heard about it first time, but I learned to use it, manage the business. And with my bonding with my family workers, that's the important point here. You can manage the business with CC cameras are there. You can see what is happening in the factory sitting here. You can give instructions and all. But unless you go personally, having a good bonding with them, it's difficult to manage a situation where such challenges happen. But even during the lockdown period, my workers were willing to go to factory and take up the production, though I didn't go out. But you know, soap is an essential product. So government, even Prime Minister was our brand ambassador to promote soaps. So that really helped. And again, balance sheet, if you look at that, was our best period. So family life, best period. Business also, best period. So all possible. Both the technology I used, at the same time, that personal bonding I had with them. So this time only I thought of writing a book. I started reading a lot of books. I get up in the morning, early morning, I do some exercise, and then a lot of time. After completing all your business works, you have enough time. So I thought of learning something new. Then I thought, I'm not a musician at all. Music is not there in my blood. And I knew the preliminaries of operating a flute, the fingers and those basics I knew before. So I searched in YouTube and found that there are a lot of YouTube classes available to learn flute. So I decided to learn some film songs, Malayalam and Tamil. That really helped me. So in small gatherings like this, friends, though you cannot compare me with Chaurasia or anybody, but I can render good music, make people happy. So people think that it's an extraordinary skill. Nothing of that sort. Even you can learn. Any instrument you can learn. And you please keep in mind that flute is the only instrument you cannot make any noise without learning it. Any other instrument, if you touch, you will get some voice. But flute, nothing will happen. So unless you learn it, it's difficult to play. But that also anyone can do. So this is what I'm saying. Make use of the opportunities, and at the same time, the technology is one side, and the other side, our interactions and our moving with the people. So when I do drama, why I still continue to perform plays. This is my passion. Right from my college days, I do. Every year I perform plays. And this year also, I performed in Chennai, Bangalore, Kerala, Calicut, Kochi, and next month in Coimbatore. After that, Trivandrum. Every month I move around, and then it's the dialogues you have to render. It's not that it's a recorded voice. 1.5 hours long play, taking the main role. Even with this busy schedule, it is possible. Even sitting in the car or in the flight, I practice dialogues. That's an experience. And the advantage is, A V Anoop as a businessman can't do many things. Even at this age, I can't do romance in public, but on stage I can do. So you remain as yourself and do something else which you wanted and enjoy yourself. That itself is something. Then rehearsals. You move with all age group, even a businessman, a doctor or engineer, or even a student, or a rich or poor, whatever. There's a mix of people. And we travel. Rehearsals are the best time I enjoy. Otherwise, always in an air-conditioned room. When we travel, you are in a 5-star hotel. You miss a lot of things unless you know what it is. That is one of our problems. We say that universal brotherhood and everything. But we always talk about man-made things. New bridges come in Chennai, or the roads are excellent. New tunnel has come, metro has come, or a community living flat with all the facilities inside, including schools, colleges. You don't have to go out. People talk very high about it. But you are forgetting, you are all believers, you are forgetting that God has given us something, the nature. How many of us have completely seen what the nature has provided to us? The number of plants and trees, the mountains, valleys, sea, beach, or river, birds and animals, so many. And different countries, different sceneries, scenes. So why not we find some time to understand what the nature is? Nature has provided to us. We are forgetting. And thereby you are forgetting ourselves also. How many of us think about us, what God has given to us? When we are all breathing now, the oxygen. Have you ever experienced, close your eyes and then experience the feeling of breath? Those who practice yoga or meditation, maybe they are used to it. But it makes a lot of difference to understand ourselves. And also, self-assessment. I practice that. In the busy life, we forget about what we do. We think that we are right. We are on top of the world, we think. But what others think about us? So I am a son. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a neighbor, I'm a business owner. All those roles, whether I performed well during the last 6 months, I can ask myself. Then you need not reveal this to anyone. Just make a note of it. Ask yourself, are you right in this area, this particular area? Find the mistakes and try to correct it. Thereby, you can win. You will be a winner next time. So, every 6 months I find fault with me. It's difficult to lead a perfect life. It's impossible, especially in the digital world, social media. And since I am a known businessman and a film personality and all, in the social media, people are waiting. If I make a remark, if I make a comment, if I talk about something political or religion, immediately you can expect attack from other groups. There are different groups of people. Because we consider, again, it's our own mistake. We think that people in our own society are different from ours. We consider them as power, those who are having power, a minister, an IPS officer, and IS. He himself considers that he is above all of us. And some people think that they are intellectuals. There is a team of intellectuals here. They think that others are not to our level. Rich people and poor people. We ourselves consider, no, he is very Pambani. No, we can't reach him. His lifestyle is different. He is somebody. You are totally different from his, or our family is different from. What difference it makes? They are also working in the kitchen maybe. No, it's all same. But we ourselves make that difference. Again, gender difference. Or a child and a senior person. We always forget, that to give importance to children. In my family also, I used to hear this. No, what children are doing here, his seniors are discussing, you all go out. Why? You can seek his opinion also in that particular subject, what you discuss. It's a family matter. They are able to, even a 5-year-old will be able to contribute to take a decision, because that's the change you are seeing in the family. So this is what my personal opinion about leading a good life to become a good human being. And my experience with my factory workers, they are all illiterate people. I have factories in Tamil Nadu, Pondicherry, Karnataka, Andhra, Kerala, everywhere I have. And I appoint only local people, localites. Most of them are illiterates. But today, with my support, their children are English medium educated. Some are doctors, engineers, or professionals. They are all having own house. And I'm happy that they are also growing. But at the same time, I get support, which no technology or digital facilities can help you. The reason one which I remember is when the war was declared, the Gulf War, gas became shortage. We make soaps in all our factories, gas is our fuel. And you might have noticed that many restaurants also closed down for want of gas. So what will I do? We started my product as a handmade soap. In 1969, the founder, Dr.A V Anoop, is my uncle. So he started it in 1969 when he was a medical doctor in railways. He noticed that some of his patients had skin diseases. He remembered a medicinal oil which was used in our family. In family, a lot of our ancestors were Ayurvedic physicians. He tried that oil with the patients. He found it useful. Then his friends suggested him to think of a convenient form to administer it. Then he thought of a soap. First soap was made in his railway quarters kitchen with his wife. And his wife's name, he started a small company. But again, it was not a professional way to look at it. He just wanted some soaps to give to his friends and patients. Then it was placed in a chemist shop where his friends could prescribe the product. So it was a prescription product initially. And slowly it spread to other chemist shops in Tamil Nadu. And then by the time we joined, then rest is history. So he faced a major labor problem in 1983, 82-83 period. Though it was a very small factory, the employees all were from Kerala. So you know what has happened. They all formed union and went on to strike. So that time only he requested me to come and take up, and then they were very ferocious union activists. The problem was to manage the business, we had to open a small factory somewhere where these fellows cannot reach. So we identified a place near Salem. Athur, that place is called. I don't know anybody is there from that area. So I used to travel by night train, Yerkad Express to Salem. From there, catch a bus to Athur, which is 50 kilometers away from Salem town. Then from the bus stand, I used to hire a bicycle to go to the factory, which is about 7 kilometers inside a remote village. Possible sense, it is difficult to manage that situation. You have to face the consequences. But we successfully managed it, and from there we scaled up. And the labor case also we won, in fact. But interestingly, none of them came forward to settle the accounts even today. That's the mentality of our people from Kerala. So, and again, with the bonding with the people, another example I would like to show. Time over? I think it's time over. One more example I'll say. And the biggest challenge was how to scale up production at that point of time. Because handmade. Handmade means without the aid of any power, only manpower you should use. And we used to make in a traditional way. Even though Medimis is a traditionally made product, though we use power today to help our workers. But those days, government used to give concession. No sale tax, no central excise. So it was a huge saving for us. And another reason, we didn't have money to go invest in machineries. That's also one of the reasons. And the banks were not willing to give us loans. So we continued it as a handmade soap. But challenge is how to scale up production. So we used to make about 5,000 soaps a day. That was considered as a high number at that point of time. But my aim was to scale up 10,000 and up to 15,000 a day, which was almost impossible, we thought. Then we invited some engineering consultants, some companies. They came to our factory, studied, and they spent a few days there and gave a report, fairly large, elaborate report, saying that it is impossible to scale up production unless you, use mechanical manufacturing, mechanize it, which was not possible. Then I went to the factory, discussed with the factory workers, though they are illiterate. Still believe that they can contribute more. They work every day, every minute. They know what is happening. So I started inviting innovative ideas from my workers. That I do even today. Every month, my production head give a presentation about ideas came from factory workers. And from there we pick what we can do, what we should not. And I provide funding also to try. So I happened to meet a 8th standard failed person that time. He was not our employee at that time. He approached me to help him that, he innovated a new dynamo with that bicycle speed can be increased. So he wanted my help to develop his product and sell. I said, that area, I am totally not this thing, but I have a problem. This is my problem. You have a mechanical mind, I feel. Then he agreed. And remember, he was a drunkard also. It was very difficult to manage his and use abusive words also. But in spite of that, I took him to my factory. I sent him there. So he said, that, yeah, it is possible. You give me 2 weeks' time, I will come with a solution. And he demanded some money during that period. I said, fine. Then he asked me, what will you reward me if I come with a solution? I asked, yeah, whatever you ask, I will give. So he's basically a bicycle man. He asked, will you buy and give me a new bicycle? I readily agreed, yes, I will give. And he conceived an idea, gave me a full chart which all areas, even the ovens, smokeless ovens using firewood and machinery, this thing, everything he designed. And he said that he can outsource it and then implement by himself. And he did it. But only difference, I refused to give him a cycle. He still demanded, I refused. You know why? Can anyone say that? No, I gave him a car, new car. That was the result I got. And believe me, at one particular stage, we were in a position to manufacture 1 million soaps by hand with their ideas. So that is the benefit of having that bondness with people. So, which is not possible. See, even that is what I actually started. When gas shortage came, everybody said that no other way. Even in our Milan mentioned about it, Lotto company, they closed it. But within 48 hours, after discussing with my team, we switched over to old firewood method. And successfully, we are still managing. And our decision is not to go back to gas because its fuel saving is the money. 60% of fuel cost has come down now. Again, with the help of organizers. That is the benefit of this bonding, I say. And I think there is an interactive session also, question and answer. So anything that I left out, there are many points I can share. And of course, my U-turn book also has a lot of such informations. So everything I can share when the questions come. Thank you for this opportunity and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Anoop, for your wonderful speech and your advices on the time management and teaching us your way of connecting with the family and friends with your busy schedule. We will all actually benefit from it. And it's also very inspiring to learn how you actually manage to grow the company. And we all take a huge learning from the perseverance and the dedication that you actually put into that. It's a great learning for all of us. And especially there are a lot of youngsters here. They can learn and get inspired by your journey. Thank you. Thank you. And now I invite worshipful brother Arsu Shankar to moderate the interaction with our guest.
Yeah, I'll just handle it from here. So we have a lot of people on the dais. Thank you so much. Okay. It's also, we have our streaming from. That's okay.
Hello.
Thank you so much for all the details that you shared with us, sir. So we thought we'll have an interactive session to go over deeper into various aspects that you have talked about, or various questions that we have, and also learning from your background, from your book, all that we've had the opportunity to read about on. The first thing that I wanted to understand was, you spoke about the bonding with the staff as a very key aspect. You mentioned multiple times as to how that has led to innovation and success. You also mentioned how you built and maintained that bonding even during the COVID period using digital tools. Can you share your experience with that as to how you were able to successfully do that? Because for me, I hate digital meetings. Like, I work in tech, so I have to do online meetings every day. But I feel it lacks the bond. We get a lot of work done, but there is no bonding that builds. So any experience on building the bonding?
That is what exactly I mentioned. Since I had the previous experience of that bonding,
Okay.
I move with them, I take care of their family needs. I always check with their children education. In case bright students are there, I support them. We are all considered as one single family. Like when we say it's one world, AVA family means that includes our workers and their family.
Right.
So with that bonding, I was able to give instructions online. Otherwise, I don't like online meetings. That is what I'm saying. So that bonding is required. In fact, I used to perform drama in front of them.
Okay.
Tamil dramas I perform in front of them. We get special bonding out of that.
Right. Right.
Understand? So, and we travel. And once I came to know from them that, none of my family workers ever traveled by air. So I took them, all of them, I took them by air. And that experience I gave. Last year, cruise experience given to my staff.
Right.
It's all in their dreams. So the cruise, actually, my annual meetings and future plans, everything we shared there, we are organized. They gave us a big, large meeting hall also in the ship. 2 days continuous sailing,
Right.
not touched any coastal area. That route we went and came back, 48 hours. And the entire team went and came. And after that, when I checked the accounts, I noticed that it was much cheaper than conducting an evening session in a 5-star hotel. But whereas the impact that gave,
Right. It's very different experiences. Yeah. That brings an interesting point, that for the bonding, it is even beyond the digital. We always have the physical connect as the key bonding one. So moving on, another aspect that probably a lot of us are curious about are, like, we have the next generation, digital native generation, the Gen Zs coming out into the workforce, and of course in family as well. They have their own values and their own unique traits and what they really aspire for. Any tips on how you have had experience with Gen Z, both in workforce as well as in family, that we can take away from your experience?
yeah, workforce, family, and also customers.
Right.
That's a big challenge we are facing now, because our Gen Z customers are not visiting shops at all. They
We
have not
have some Gen Z
experienced.
here also.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. So that's a challenge. Even marketing our products, we have to consider that, their need, and they see a lot of new products in the online shops, platforms. So they have a temptation to try new products.
Right.
So to manage that, we have to constantly improve or launch new products to it.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I need to retain our general traders, the traditional traders. So general trade, modern trade, and now e-commerce and q-commerce. I have to balance. So that's one challenge. My family also, my children, yes, as you rightly said, they are. So, but recently, one example I can share with you, because ours is a family business, and next generation, they have to manage the business. So when we celebrated our 50th year, that was about 6 years back, just before COVID. In fact, the function took place in February 26 or something. March, the lockdown came. So one thing I wanted to honor the people who helped our founder initially when he launched the product. Some of them no more, their next generation, and our first worker, our first marketing person, salesperson, first distributor, first intending agents who introduced the product in other states, Andhra or Karnataka, our first auditor, legal, so many people, and the financier who initially provided some
Right.
fund. So I entrusted this work to my daughters. I have only 2 daughters. I entrusted this work, and I told them that we have to release a coffee table book. We need information about all these things. And as I mentioned in my speech, only his friends helped him, doctors who used to prescribe the product to their patients. And so we have to identify such doctors.
Right.
So they have to travel, contact many people, interview people, and through them get a new idea. So this work I entrusted them. And they did it beautifully. And
Right.
now they know everything about the founders'
full
vision
history
and
from the
what has happened, challenges faced, people who supported. And from there, it is easy to take up. So there are many such ways. And he also mentioned about I did a short movie with all my family members. 59 of my family members acted in that short movie, which has become a record. The purpose of that, many consultants, especially family managed consultants, they give us a lot of ideas. They say that you travel with your family. There are difference of opinion within your family, or brothers will have difference of opinion. Once you travel and spend 2 days somewhere, it's easy to solve all those problems. Whereas I found another way of producing a movie with all my family members. And especially after COVID, in our family group, I just posted a message that, last 2 years we have not met. Many of them are located in different countries. So let us meet in Kerala. Calicut is our main place. So we'll meet in Calicut, and one day we'll celebrate our family gathering. But none of them responded. And some of them still COVID is there. Still children education problem. And not even one person responded. Then I put another post. On such a date, whoever coming to attend this family meeting will get an opportunity to act in a movie. Then, including an 86-year-old respondent. You can imagine. So, and the 5-day shooting. There are villains, there are even in our family, district judge is there, or head of the department is there. I gave a villain role to judge, or things like that. So we discuss whom to do, what to do, how to act, how to change. Even direction also family.
Right.
That was the bonding that we got. The results were which I cannot explain the result of that. So it's like that. We can experiment in many ways to manage it.
Yes, sir. So moving on to your book, U-Turn, I think a key aspect that you have covered in the book is how, while you were very successfully running the business, you were very busy, you suddenly also wanted to take on the passion of acting and start on that. For a lot of us, that's the first thing that would prevent us is fear, right? Like to take on something new. And it also requires a lot of humility to start off from the beginning in a way. So how did you manage to do that successfully? Is it like as somebody who's like at the helm of affairs, like you're the boss every day?
No, you're right. You're right. It is. I was reluctant to even share this information to my wife because I was not sure that how it will come. And I started reading a lot of books. So that time only I thought of, okay, let me also think about. It's not just business or experience related to that. The challenges I faced, my childhood days, a lot of memories as a childhood school going. I have written about some of my pranks as a first standard student also. Anything openly I have written. So during that process, I thought, okay, let me complete this and then print in our own. A lot of people printers I know. I'll ask them to print it and then give to me. That was my understanding. Then a small publisher from Kerala called me and told that, it seems you shared with your friend that you are writing a book. I am interested in your book. Can we publish your book? No, I was, what? A publisher is asking my book. I said, fine, go ahead. Then he wanted some, the name and in fact, I put, the name came to my mind is YOU, U-turn. So when I shared it with them, they said it is wrong. There is no such usage, U-turn, and you change the title and all. But what I intended was, you about YouTube. Like that, from there only I coined it. My intention was, you read my book and turn yourself. Ask yourself. Like, there is a possibility that after reading my book, every chapter there is a takeaway. So you will start thinking differently. This is what I meant. But everybody objected. But after writing the book, what happened, when I read the manuscript again, I felt there is something in this book. So why should I restrict the book to be published by a small level person? There are, especially in Malayalam Manorama, one of the leading newspaper, they have a publishing house. Since I'm giving a lot of advertisements to them, I thought, why not I use that? And their headquarters is in Kottayam, I went there. On the way, I remembered that the number one publisher from Kerala is one DC Books. They're the number one publishers. So anyway, I'm going to Kottayam. Then why not I make an attempt? That is what everyone we should do. Why to restrict or think that we are inferior? I called them. Then the owner said, okay, I'll give you 5 minutes or 10 minutes maximum. You explain and you can go. But that meeting, it went on and nearly 3 hours with his editorial team, he discussed with me. And he stood up and gave me a hand that I'm doing it. Then again, next level. Then my friend in Chennai only was supposed to write the preface. But when DC Books, the number one publisher from Kerala, when they publish, how can I ask my friend to write? I need somebody. I thought of film personalities like Mammootty, Mohanlal, and a lot of, but it's a lot of other information, not just a businessman's information. Cinema is there, so many other social works, sports, everything is there in the book. Then only I thought of Shashi Tharoor. Very difficult to reach him, and everybody said that he is very busy and he will charge. He will not do anything free of cost. But I went to Delhi, waited for him at his house. Then he told, you come in the evening, after the parliament session, we can sit. And he took me to his personal room. When I explained and showed him manuscript, he was excited. He said that I will do it. Then after that, it was released in Sharjah. So this is what I'm saying. And another incident, a motivational point which I would like to share here is that after publishing the book, U-turn, when Shashi Tharoor confirmed that U-turn is a good title, then I'm confident. Whoever says something. Then DC Book invited me to present this book in a literature festival that takes place in Calicut, which is considered as one of the biggest events taking place in India. In 5 days, 5 lakh people will attend. And international literary people from all over the world will come and present their books. And book sales also take place. So they invited and told me that, all the passes are sold out. You should not invite any of your friends or relatives. You come alone. And when I went, it's taking place in the beach area. There were 17 stages, 7 separate stages, separate arrangements. So at a time, 17 people were presenting their books. And I found a large crowd in front of all the areas, except in the area which is allocated for me. Hardly 50 people were sitting. Because being a first writer, I'm not known to anybody. And they have not mentioned that means MD or anything. Just a U-turn by A V Anoop. So naturally the ego works. I came all the way from Chennai. I'm not only just a writer. I can be a chief guest here also. But I consider it as an insult. Then I asked myself, am I right? If I go back, whether it is right to, no. Then my inner conscience told me that, Anoop, you are getting a first-time opportunity to present your book as a writer. First-time opportunity as a writer.
Right.
Make use of it, even though the crowd is less. Then I realized that all the 50, out of 50, about 45 read my book. So the interactions were very effective.
Right.
So I presented it well, and I was going away to my car. Suddenly, two people called me from back, Anoop sir, Anoop sir. When I turned back, they said that we are from Delhi. We represent Penguin Books. Then they invited me to Delhi. By the time I sent mails to many English publishers seeking help, nobody responded, including Penguin.
Right.
But since the auditorium was empty, these people thought that they can sit and take rest there. They came and sat. But after listening to the talk, they were inspired. And they invited me to Delhi. They gave me an opportunity to meet all their editors. And book is considered, and the rest is history. And when they published it, the one thing what they mentioned to me was, during that grand event where thousands of books were presented, mine was the only Malayalam book selected by Penguin Books to translate.
Nice.
Yeah. So you see, you miss opportunities. You don't know where is the opportunity.
Yeah.
Sometimes you miss it.
A lot of takeaways for us. Humility by itself is important, but it's also having the drive to aspire and work towards it. Like a lot of us will stop with the first attempt, but really pushing forward is probably the learning for us from this.
And one more experience, that's a general information. I have come across many duplicate problems with my soap. So many people try to duplicate my soap. But before the launch of books by Penguin, my book was duplicated. Fake copies were available in Higginbotham's, Amazon. Name any national level English bookstores. Books. 1 month they sold. After that only I realized that the books sold in all these shops were duplicates. That's what. Anybody, the supply, there are suppliers. When I talked to Penguin, they said that it's a universal problem. We can't do anything. Only thing I lost my royalty. That's all. But as a writer, I'm happy that somebody is there to duplicate my book. And of course, and after that, now Malayalam edition is going to be seventh edition of that book has come to the market. And 2 months back, Kerala government gave me a state award, literary award for that book. So
nice.
That's also
very nice. And you've been taking multiple roles now over the last few years in various industries. And you also mentioned that one key thing is making use of technology itself to see as to how you can get your business work also done while you are waiting in the shoot, all of that. But time management or balancing time has always been a challenge for many professionals. One is using technology to solve it and paralyze it. But then there's also a mind shift itself needed, like a feeling of whether we can do it or not. Like any input from you on that, sir, from your experience?
No, mostly people fail where they fail in trusting people. If you have trust in others, then you will get enough time. Sometimes I used to wonder when some leading businessmen say that I work 20 hours a day and all. I don't work more than 8 hours. As a businessman, I always say, even in our CEO forum and all I mentioned, I am only a part-time businessman. And all of them talk only business. And the book, if they talk about a book also, it's only how to increase sales or CEO excellence. Only such. There are hundreds of other books available in the market. So we should not always think about business. See, 24 hours we have. 6 to 7 hours is more than enough for sleep. 8 hours you work. Then rest of the time you can make 4 or 5 hours with family. Even then you get for exercise, to take care of your health and anything you have time. So if you plan it properly, trust is most important. Delegation of work. See, this I learned. I can also mention about my college days. My father was head of the department, fisheries department director in Kerala, and he died while he was a director of the Kerala. And when I was a college student, just a second year, I didn't even complete 19 years at that time. It was a shock in my family. So to manage my family, I was eligible for a government job under dying in harness scheme and all. But to manage the family, I started, driving a taxi. My brother-in-law had a Matador van, so I requested him, and with his help, I used it as a taxi and started earning money. Understand? But that time, no mobile phone. So I myself, when I go out, I had a land phone at my home. But when somebody calls me, I was not there. My mother, she refuses to attend calls and all after my father's death. So I missed a lot of calls. That I realized it. I had only one vehicle, but I thought it from as a businessman's perspective. When I looked at it, I decided to engage a driver on commission basis, no salary. I told him, whatever you bring, 10% of that I will give to you. It worked well. But when I started attending calls, I realized that at least 10 calls I'm getting a day. Then I discussed with other travel agents. I shared this booking to them, and they started giving me 10% commission. So that was my first step as a businessman. I realized that a businessman is there with me. And I learned the first lesson of this delegation of work. I still continue to do that. What I believe is that, I have more than 1,000 workers or staff in my AVA group. I believe that each and every one working in my company is better hands than me in their respective work. Why should I question them? Why should I guide them? Whatever they say is right because they are more experienced and knowledgeable in that work. So I don't interfere. I trust them and I delegate. Things are working. All I need to do is whether the results are coming. As long as the results are there, why should I interfere? Last 25 years, I have not even signed a check. Even that is delegated, which is working well. Before that, I had some crime happen in my this thing. But this last 25 years, no crime also in that. So no.
Great. Very interesting, sir. Sir, you mentioned about Sri Narayana Guru's philosophy on one caste, one God, one religion, one God. In Masonry, we have a principle of meeting on the level in a way. Like the whole concept of brotherhood and meeting on the level is where we leave our external titles out, and when we meet as brethren, we just meet as individuals. Is that the same philosophy that you practice and preach as well?
Yes. But we don't differentiate men and women. We consider all as one. Because we all talk about caste. Caste is not just a religion based. When you say man and woman, also there is a caste.
Right.
You separate children and age. No, there is a separation. We don't do that. Everybody we consider equal.
Right.
That's the only difference.
Absolutely. And a lot of things that you said about how you deal with your staff or how, like effectively, that is what we also try to call out as brotherhood here. And in Masonry, it's like brotherhood is not just a term. It's like we try to keep it as a very deep commitment to each other, to support each other, for all of us to become better together and thereby uplift the society in large. And this occasion is on, like we celebrate Universal Brotherhood Day on June 24th. But because we predominantly meet on weekends, we thought we'll do it today. Any message for all of us on the occasion of Brotherhood Day, like in the context of brotherhood, that you'd like to share with all of us, sir?
Well, that is what exactly I mentioned as far as Narayana Guru. We are all brothers, we consider, but at the same time, as human beings, we have a tendency to look at people that one person is richer, or one person is more intellectual, or one person is having more power than us. Why should we think all those things? We are all equals. So there is no point in differentiating people, and so we are all same outside.
Right.
Even I had a very interesting experience recently. A friend of mine, childhood friend, He's a High Court Justice and he became a Chief Justice also. So he has invited me for an online meeting with something connected with some NGO. And so he invited all his family members were there and friends, and then internationally, a lot of people were there. He personally invited and asked me to join. So I was very excited to see him, though online, to see his face. So I used to call him Day and all. Day, suddenly he switched off his mic and this thing, and complete silence. Nobody's talking after that. I was thinking, why? What happened? I called his name again and again. He's not responding. Then suddenly his sister called me. Anu, what you did? Can you call a justice day and all? Never do that. Say it's a big crime, it seems, what I did. So I thought that inside a courtroom, yes, we need to give respect. Now, even then only I realized that father and mother, even if they're parents, they have to give respect when they deal with justice. So this is our problem, I'm saying.
Right.
So that message only I would like to share. We are all equal. So and after the retirement, he has to come to me.
Yeah. Sure, sir. Thank you so much for all your inputs and very, very practical and grounded approach that you have, and for sharing that with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
With that, back to you, Karthik.
And the floor is open for questions now. Please keep your questions brief so that everyone can participate.
Very good afternoon, Dr. Anoop. Very happy that we've interacted with you today. I see a lot of Freemason in you, although you're not a Freemason. You've been talking about all the things that we preach or we discuss in Freemasonry, whether it is meeting on the level, whether it is spending time part for family, part to work. So these are all the concepts that we talk about in Freemasonry. I think you've been practicing that in reality. I'm very happy to hear that we are more theatre. I mean, we are more literary, and you are more practical in that way.
Thank you.
I have a question about loyalty. Your brand stands for loyalty. Your customers believe. I mean, your brand works on loyalty. And you have said today even your factory works because you have loyal people with you. So loyalty is a key success that works around everywhere. Today with digital era, do you feel this concept of loyalty is coming down, or how do you handle that, right from your customers, your workers? So across, I think, in my opinion, this is something that this is a value that is probably coming. Do you, and how do you handle it today? Thank you so much, Doctor.
Well, a very good question. It's a practical problem that we face. But if you have a vision and if you are definite about what you need, it is possible. Because even interview time, I find even higher levels and all, when I interview and when I talk about loyalty, one person practically on my face told me that if you are looking at loyalty, why don't you buy 2 dogs? A senior level person, while interviewing him, he told me this. He said that as long as you give salary, I will do my work. No loyalty. If I get a better opportunity, I shift. This is what he said. But when I take college level management trainees, campus interview and all, what I look at them, see, they are lacking in practical experience. They are lacking in skills. These things can be developed, but not their attitude or their culture. So first I look at that, what kind of family background he has and what kind of person he is. And rest I can train them and then make it. This is what I'm successful in that area. And I don't see that he's the best student of the university and all. Number 1 rank, that is a rejection point from my side because it is difficult to retain him. So I see always the middle level, a reasonably good, bright, sensible person with good attitude and culture. I'm able to train them. And factory level, I always consider them as my family. So even I talk to their family. In fact, in Tamil Nadu, especially lady workers, gents, they take advantage, they are drunkards, they don't work, and they beat them. And after marriage, after having one child, they leave. And but I don't find this problem in this, because they are all earning. They know that they are getting support from the management. So they are able to stand in front of their husband or their family members equally and manage the situation. So I have not seen any one of them left. In fact, one, I don't know whether it is right or not, I found that all the lady workers after marriage, they brought the husbands to their house. But that is possible, I'm saying. So once you support, and their family members also, we talk to them and make them understand, especially about hygiene and children grooming, importance of education. Even recently, I remember in Bangalore, one factory, a lady worker, she cannot even sign, only thumb impression. Her daughter now completed MD, and he married another doctor, a postgraduate doctor. And I helped her till MBBS. And MBBS, I think in Karnataka, she was the rank holder. And Karnataka government gave her scholarship and took her to their government medical college and completed the course. Nobody at home to teach her, no tuitions. In spite of that, she could perform to that level. So this is what I see. So even now when I go to the factory, that lady come and touch my leg, and then she only serve food to me, and she consider me as her parent, like mother. So this is what we need. You have to give an impression that we are. So otherwise, even in Kerala, I'm saying, usually I believe that Tamil workers or Tamil culture, they respect, they give importance to the provider who provide food. Even in film field, I find that difference. As a producer, I get more respect from Tamil film than Kerala. But Kerala, I acquired a brand, a spice and masala brand, Malam, one of the most reputed brands from Kerala. The day I decided to purchase that brand, I went to the factory and noticed that workers were shouting slogans and there was a labor unrest. I talked to them, I met the union leaders, and I told them, if this is the culture here, I'm not interested. But they promised me. This happened 11 years back. But believe me, this 11 years, not even a single day they stopped production. Not even one day slogan shouting. It is possible if you know how to handle labor. That's all. This is what I believe.
Thank you, Doctor.
Sir, I wanted to ask you about your experience as a film producer, because being an actor and a producer makes a lot of difference, especially to monitor the budget, to see from the scriptwriter to the actress, because I've been an auditor for many production houses. So how stressful or difficult to being a producer of movies than a manufacturer of FMCG products, sir?
No, I don't have a full-fledged production house. I will not even call it as a production company. It's out of passion. I don't take a single paisa from my company account. If I have personal money, with that only I produce. And I produce only one movie in a year. So I don't listen to many stories also. What I do is that, I am interested in certain genres. And one genre movie, after releasing it, I don't consider, for example, a horror type of movie, which was a super hit in Malayalam. After that, I don't consider another horror movie. I'm looking for always new themes and new ideas. And certain things, as I mentioned here, which I want to talk to the society, which I can't do personally, I'm not able to do. Some such subjects I do. And I don't mind even if I lose money, because I am doing it with my surplus fund. No loans or nothing, or no property pledging or nothing of that sort. But I have earned a lot, I lost also. On an average, still it's down only. No, it's down only. So it's like that. But the why I do it, see, I mentioned about handmade soaps, giving employment, promoting Ayurveda. Ayurveda I took globally. I have not received a single honor from any state government or central government or government agencies. None of them recognized me so far, not even a single award. Now from film world, 3 state award, literary award and film award, national award, Guinness Book of World Records, and almost all festivals globally I received awards. Panorama, Goa, Indian Panorama. Almost every year I am getting an honor. So, and also even to meet a chief minister, when I give my production house card, I get preference. Businessman, they will let him wait there. So this is one side. And he mentioned about Guinness Book of World Record. That's also a very interesting story behind it. Being a handmade soap, world's largest handmade manufacturer, I thought that I'm eligible for a Guinness World Record. It's a fact. And a single worker, how many soaps a person can pack or stamp or anything. Anywhere we are number one. I'm sure. So we informed these details to Guinness World Record. They studied it, informed that yes, you have a good chance to become a Guinness World Record holder. Then there's a fees that you have to pay. Then only they study the whole thing. And after studying it, this happened during our 50th year, 49th year only I'm saying, of existence of Medinis. They studied it and informed that undoubtedly you are number one in the world. But there is a problem. Any record has to be broken by another person, even if it is in Olympics. Your experience to manufacture handmade soap you gain with 49 years of experience or 50 years of experience. No single company can enter and compete here. It will take 50 years to compete. By the time you are 100 years. So based on that, they rejected my Guinness World Record of this thing. Imagine. There again. No, it's not competition. Somebody should be in a position to break this record. Only we can break our own record. No other company can break. Because you used to make millions of soaps a day by hand. It's impossible. It's a fact. Then my ego. Then I said, then let me show them. No, Guinness World Record is nothing which I can. Within 1 month, I became a Guinness Book record. After 50 years of my hard work in business failed me, and within 1 month, I became a Guinness World Record holder. Imagine. That's all. So, and again, even Dubai, you know about, they give a golden visa. They issue to reputed people, reputed business people, and priority. They give a visa. So that visa, the advantage is you get a 10 years residence visa. Anytime you can go there, you can stay. You can even issue visa to bring your wife, your laborer, your kitchen workers or driver. So it's a lot of privileges. So I decided to apply for a golden visa, and I have some business interest also in this thing. So I thought I'm eligible. So after submitting my application, they asked me to send the full detail, full biodata, not just your business biodata. You like what he read here, the entire biodata they want. Within 2 days, I received a mail from Ministry of Culture saying that considering your drama, cinema contribution to the society, we decided to give you free this thing. For a businessman, you need to invest 20 million. Whereas without anything I got. Again, the businessman failed. So internationally also that's the situation. So that's a benefit. I always say that everyone should have a passion. They should carry on with you, whether it is a music or dance or a sports, which will definitely help you.
Sir, I just want to confess that I am a big fan of your work and that you are a hero for us alternate medicine practitioners. I really loved your work on the double helix of life. Can you elaborate on that, sir, and also how the younger generation can bring forth the ancient healing systems?
No, there are Indian system of medicine. There is a ministry here, Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Naturopathy, and homeopathy. These are all ancient medical science available. And I always support Ayurveda and naturopathy, yoga. These three areas. In my hospital also I do the same. And the basic problem what we are facing is that in the school level or college level, this tradition about traditional medicines or ancient medical knowledge is not shared with children. Students are not learning anything about this ancient wisdom. So none of them are, as a student, interested to learn Ayurveda or Siddha. They all think about allopathy medicine. After writing the NEET exam, they fail. Then only think to become a doctor, they think of some other options and then they come to. This has to change. So government of India should take initiative to first educate our even younger level citizens to understand the benefit of alternative medical system. Globally, yes, there is a change happening. Almost all countries are now slowly moving towards the benefit of, it's not just Ayurveda, I'm saying every country has its own traditional medical system. Chinese medicines are more popular. It is accepted in almost all countries, whereas Ayurveda is not accepted anywhere outside India. We are all using it, but definitely the medicines are not approved by other ministries. It's not done. So a lot of lobbying and follow-ups are required from a government of India to get it approved. Many minister level people or president level people are coming to Kerala to take Ayurveda treatment. But even in their country, our Ayurveda is not recognized. Even in Dubai, I'm saying. So, but definitely there is a good scope, and present government under our Honorable Prime Minister is definitely promoting yoga and Ayurveda, but miles to go.
Thank you, sir.
Are you a practitioner? Naturopathy, where?
At the College of Naturopathy and Yogic Sciences in Vellore, sir.
Why you decided to join a naturopathy course? Any reason?
I have personally seen many people suffer from chronic diseases, and they were choosing allopathy over our own systems. In fact, I actually joined under a guru in Siddha. I spent a year working after college for free for him so that I could learn something. I just want to cure people for as it is. I do not want their money. I just want to cure people.
Okay.
And I did not even try for NEET. I chose naturopathy as my first option. And my biggest inspiration is my father.
You are also a naturopathy doctor. Healer, okay. But what system you follow?
Ancient method of treatments like without energy based, life energy.
Is a Chinese based one or Indian?
Yeah, chi. Chi. Life energy based. Even if you have any pains, right now I can reduce without medicine within 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll show I have a pain here. If you heal, yes, it's something.
Okay. So,
but as a naturopathist, what is the advice you can give now?
no, you're asking me?
No, I'm asking him. Because, generally, I will tell you, we are all consuming medicine as our food now, main food. But as per naturopathy, food is a medicine. Change your food habits, you are healthy. No medicine required. That's the concept.
Thank you so much, sir. You are an inspiration.
Thank you so much for all the participants for the questions, and thank you so much for the chief guest to patiently answering them. May I now request our ARGM Right Worshipful Brother Alva Sethupathi to kindly present a token of appreciation to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Anoop, as a mark of our gratitude and for sharing his valuable time, insight, and the inspiring thoughts with us. Please be seated. Charity is an integral part of Freemasonry. Today, we are supporting New Leaf Foundation, and worshipful brother Arashu Shankar will introduce the beneficiary.
Brother Newly Foundation is a non-profit organization that's based in Nilangiri, and they focus on providing, empowering children with autism and other development abilities. The foundation provides special education, therapeutic interventions, and life skills training to help every child achieve their full potential. Their vision is to build a more inclusive society where every child is valued and empowered to succeed. This organization is very close to our house, and my wife visits there frequently and is a big fan of the work that they've been doing. We have also supported from Lodge Wisdom and from our personal capacity as well earlier. We now have the founder of Newly Foundation with us, Mr. Felix Arun. So we'd like to request Mr. Felix Arun to join us for a small contribution from our side towards any suitable candidate that you feel in your school. Please join us. I request our chief guest to present the contribution to the founder of the NGO.
May I request our worshipful master to present the token of appreciation to our ARGM.
So they want to give a small gift to Lord Wisdom and Lord Satsang.
Okay. From the students. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Felix. Thank you. Now I invite worshipful brother Vasudevan Raghavan to give a brief introduction to Freemasonry.
So I have a distinct disadvantage. First is we are already past 12 o'clock. Lunch is awaiting us. Then we have had a wonderful interaction with Dr. Anoop. But then nevertheless, I've been given about 5 to 7 minutes to give us some introduction to those gentlemen present here and who also viewing us through the on-screen telecast. First of all, Sarah was asking about why there are no ladies here. In fact, this question was raised by none other than Madam Bharati Bhaskar. She addressed us on 24 June at the Freemasons Hall, where we had a large gathering. We had a Swamiji from the Ramakrishna Mutt also addressing us. She first said why there is no ladies in the movement. And same thing Sarah also has touched upon. See, historically, if you see the Freemasonry has carved out of stonemasons in the Europe during the medieval ages, where I'm sure a lot of us at least would have seen the pictures of basilicas and the chapels that have been built all over the Europe. These were all done by stonemasons who consisted of engineers and architects, and also more important, the stone cutters, because they didn't have the modern gadgets to do any carving or cutting, but they had to use their skills. From the stonemasons, when they were doing it, they also had a hierarchy within the organization where they had apprentices, they had middle managers, and the trained ones. So to pass over every stage, they had certain grips and tokens, which later on was adopted by what we call as the current modern masons. We are all more of a symbolic stonemasons than the original ones. And I also historically see that during the invasion of Islam in Europe, there was a lot of decline in building of new chapels and basilicas. And then the so-called intellects, including the great ones like from the Greeks and Romans, had adopted the principles of the stonemasons in terms of the passwords and passscripts, the symbols, and then mixed it with the human behavior. So that is how from stonemasons we have come to this symbolic masons. And then why no ladies? Because of the involvement of heavy human labor, I think they avoided ladies being part of this. But then I also understand that there are lodges even in Delhi where are made exclusively for ladies. So we can call it as like a men's team. We also have a women's team. So we don't have a mixed men or women's in other than tennis. Okay, so let us stop with that. So there is no bias against women. In fact, every mason is supported by family. In fact, there are lodges. I'm from a lodge called Lodge Satsang where I was initiated 30 years ago. The bondage we have is I would have attended at least some 200 marriages of our Masonic family members, from good things to bad things, shoulders to cry. We have outstation meetings. We have family meets. In fact, last month we had a family get-together in this hall where we had a lot of ladies and the children also being present. So there is no bias against it. And quickly to go through what is so special about Masonry is that we are not actually a secretive society. There is a lot of misgivings about Masonic movement, thanks to the films and some of the books. Even in my opinion, Dan Brown had misquoted, maybe deliberately, to promote his books. So while he talks extensively about symbols, the practices he has talked like the occult. There is no occult, to my knowledge, in Masonry. I've been in Mason for the last 30 years, and it is present in India for almost 300 years now. But then there have been a lot of misgivings through movies and books. Certainly there is nothing. But of course, like our earlier Grandmaster used to tell, we have more like a password to enter than anything more secrecy about the movement. And this movement gained a lot of importance during the 17th or 18th century with the formation of the United Grand Lodge of England. And on 24th June 1717 was the formal lodge was launched in England. And today we have thousands of lodges, and we have, the statistics says we have more than 6 million Masons worldwide. Of course, the number has been diminishing. At one point of time, I'm told United States alone had some 4.8 million Masons. Has now come down to less than 1 million in the United States, but it has gained roots in other countries like Brazil, for example, has got over 250,000 Masons. It's quite active in Germany. And if you come to Asia, India has been a big, lot of interest in Masonry, because I think we gained the roots from the colonial, rules. And we have close to about 25,000 Masons under the Indian Constitution itself. And India is the only country where we have Indian Constitution, English, Irish, and Scottish. And we have been having a lot of harmony between this Constitution. As we have already said, we should have faith in God to become a member. Other than that, we don't do any religious practice inside. All that we do is, it is a very secular movement, so we don't worship any particular God or teach about any particular God or religion inside. And the motto is brotherly love, relief, and truth, which has passed on from the stonemasons. like Sir has beautifully explained, the connectivity between him and his employees, the bondage, that is what we have inside that. Relief is the support we give by way of charities. In fact, on 24th June, in Chennai alone, we did charity projects worth about 75 lakhs. And all over India, various lodges had done. Maybe we silently do projects worth crores every year, sir. And then where do we meet? We meet in a place called lodges, and we call it as temple. I think all of those who are not Masons would have had a glimpse of how it looks inside a Masonic temple in the first floor. And we do rituals, as I told you, using symbols from the stonemasons. So, they are, for example, square, through which we teach morality and equalness, and also level, to treat people on level. You are non-religious. There is no ceremony which involves any occult. And the focus is to make good men. You have to be a good man to become a Mason, a good man to a better man. I have really experienced in my 30 years. I learned from Mr. Mahadevan, whom you have heard, called Heartbreaks Mahadevan, a great gentleman, a philanthropist. The first thing he said when I met him as a chartered accountant, "Sir, நீங்க லைஃப்ல திரும்பி பார்த்திருக்கீங்களா?" அப்படின்னு. I said, every time I have to see, no. Have you seen what you are today and how you were and what steps you have taken to bring people from down to upwards? That really opened my eyes, and it really gelled when I joined Masons movement. I'm also a Rotarian, but my heart is for Masonry when it comes to the concept of Tirimbi Par. How many people we have lifted physically from the downtrodden to see, like Sad has seen his own employees' children becoming doctors. We also seen grooming a lot of deserving students, both intellectually very good and those who are unfortunately suffering due to various deficiencies. So that has really helped me to my experience to become a better man than from a good man. Then, of course, we have stages in Masonry. You join as an apprentice, you pass as a fellow craft, and then you become a master Mason. And you will really enjoy once you join the movement. We learn good morals, build good friendship. That is where you get shoulder to cry when you have any issues. And you practice leadership. And of course, you also get an art of public speaking, because the rituals are not read from any books. You have to by heart. You have to make the person standing before you to understand and take what you are saying. So that way, you're also a good public speaker. I was afraid of standing before mic before I joined Mason, because I joined Masonry immediately after I became a chartered accountant and immediately after getting married. So, but this forum helped me to speak eloquently in all my CA Institute programs and client programs, etc. And we have several famous people who have been Masons. If I take outside of India, we had George Washington to Benjamin Franklin. Except to my knowledge, except one president of the United States between 2018 to 2016, all the other presidents have been, by tradition, been a Freemason. And one city which resembles a lot of symbols in Freemasonry is the Washington, D.C. So every building has got an iconic building, have a lot of relevance to the Masonry. And then India, no less than Swami Vivekananda was a Mason. Jawaharlal Nehru was not a Mason because he didn't have a faith in God. But his father, Motilal Nehru, was a Mason. Chakravarti Rajgopalachari has been a Mason. And several of illustrious our judges and lawyers and doctors have been or also continuing as Masons. And above all, the family bondage is very important to Masonry. And the misconceptions are slowly going out because we are bringing a lot of visibility to Masonry. and also in a small way in social media. And both our lodges, Lodge Wisdom and Lodge Satsang, we are present through social media also. And I earnestly, advise those who are not Masons to give a try. You will really enjoy the movement and especially the uniqueness of what we do inside the temple during the 2.5 hours of serious business. With this, I think I have taken exactly 10 minutes as I promised. And if any questions are there, we can answer. Otherwise, I'll leave it to the secretary to do the next. Thank you very much.
Anyone wants to know more about previous history?
Yes.
Okay, now I invite worshipful brother Vignesh Rajendran, Secretary of Lodge Satsang number 396, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Worshipful Master, worshipful the Assistant Regional Grand Master, the esteemed Speaker of the Day, respected guest, and my dear brethren. It is both a privilege and honor to stand before this august gathering to propose the word of thanks at the conclusion of this memorable celebration of Universal Brotherhood Day. On behalf of Lodge Wisdom number 477 and Lodge Satsang number 396, I extend a heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr.A V Anoop, Managing Director of AVA Group of Companies. Sir, your inspiring address on forging meaningful bonds in the digital era has reminded us that while technology continues to transform the way we communicate, it is our shared values, compassion, and humanity that truly connects us. Your insights have left us with much to reflect upon and carry forward. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of our very worshipful brother Alvar Sedibadi, Assistant Regional Grand Master of the Regional Grand Lodge of Southern India, whose presence has greatly enriched this occasion. Sir, we thank you for your continued support and guidance in all our activities. Our sincere appreciation is also extended to Worship Brother Arsu Shankar for leading the interactive session with our chief guest and facilitating an engaging exchange of ideas. I also thank Worship Brother Vasudevan Raghavan for his enlightening introduction to Freemasonry, which has beautifully reflected the timeless principles and noble traditions of our order. I also thank our worshipful master, Worship Brother Raman Rajesh, for organizing this wonderful program and his warm welcome, which set the perfect tone for today's program. And my thanks to Brother Siddharth Suryamurthy for invoking the blessings of the great architect of the universe through his opening prayer. A special word of appreciation goes to the organizing secretary and the master of ceremonies for today, Brother Karthikeyan Duresamy, who has been constantly following and doing all the arrangements for this event to happen successfully. I would also like to express a heartfelt thanks to the staffs and staffs of this Lodge Satsang Charitable Trust, Mr. Sasi Kumar and Mr. Venkat, for organizing this meeting and arranging all the facilities. My heartfelt appreciation also goes to each and every brother who has stood behind the scenes and for the meticulous planning and coordination, to hospitality, and for the technical support. To all our distinguished guests, brethren, and families who are attending here and who are also attending virtually, our sincere thanks for your presence and participation. As we conclude today's program, may the message of one world, one family, and one brotherhood continue to guide our thoughts, strengthen our friendship, and inspire our service to humanity. May the great architect of the universe continue to bless each and every one of you and guide us in all our endeavors. Thank you.
May I request everyone kindly rise for the national anthem.